What's good, guys? Today we're going to talk about demon wedges. Now, for those of you that don't know, these are pretty much like mods from Warframe or modules from the First Ascendant. To make it even easier to understand, these are pretty much going to be the core items that you use to build your characters and weapons. So now that we got that quick intro out of the way, let's move on over to the video and let's actually break it down. Now that we got the chill and simplified intro out of the way, let's move on over to the more technical terms. Now, when it comes to demon wedges, once again, like I told you guys, think of them like mods from Warframe or modules from the First Ascendant. They're devices used to amplify magical power for characters, melee, and ranged weapons. In simple terms, these items is what you use to make your units and weapon builds. These items can grant various attributes and trait buffs, and weapon demon wedges can even alter a weapon's original attack pattern. Now, I want you guys to picture Warframe. Some of you that don't know, I'm going to be showing you on screen. But basically, these are mods that you equip to your character and to your weapon, and it's going to alter the way that they play, be it extending their abilities, making them stronger, or like you read right here, changing a weapon's original attack pattern. This is the core of your character and weapons build. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering how you're going to use these demon wedges and how they're going to synchronize with your character and weapon. Well, it's quite simple. Each character and weapon's compatibility with demon wedges is affected and determined by tolerance, aka capacity cost. A character or weapon's tolerance determines their maximum demon wedge capacity. More powerful demon wedges consume higher tolerance, and in general, demon wedges have different cost, much like mods in Warframe or modules in the First Ascendant, and I'm going to be showing you exactly what I mean by using Warframe examples. But to make it very simple, each character and each weapon is going to have a total tolerance cost or capacity cost. All the demon wedges have a certain cost. As you slot them together into your weapons and to your character, you're going to be using up that tolerance cost, and eventually once you have your build together, you will be taking advantage of your capacity cost to make sure you can get your build the right way, and you only have a certain tolerance or certain capacity cost that you can work with. And seeing as each demon wedge has its own cost, you want to make sure you mix and match to make sure you get the best build possible with the capacity cost that each character and each weapon is going to offer. Now let's talk about demon wedge tracks and slot tracks. Each demon wedge has its own affinity per se. This gives them their own enhancement tracks. Equipping them into a gear or weapon slot with matching tracks halves the tolerance cost, and if you put it into the wrong track, it's going to make it more expensive. This is very similar to Warframe mechanics, and I'm going to show you right now exactly how this works in a very easy to understand way. Alright guys, so here we are in the Overframe website where I'm going to be showing you exactly how it's going to work in Duet Night Abyss. And for those of you that don't know anything about Warframe, don't even worry. This is very easy to understand, and it's going to tell you exactly how it works in Duet Night Abyss. Now, here we have a character, right? Think about this as a DNA character. As you can see right here, this capacity right here is pretty much your tolerance in Duet Night Abyss, meaning the space that you have to slot your demon wedges, okay? Each demon wedge has an affinity, as I was telling you guys. You see these little icons right here? They're pretty much the same icons I showed you for Duet Night Abyss demon wedges. Now, these right here on the right side are your demon wedges, right? This is your character, this is your capacity, this is your affinity, and these are your demon wedges. The way it works is quite simple. To build your character, you're going to grab your demon wedges and slot them into your character, and ideally this will create your build. Now, when it comes to the demon wedges, they have a very specific affinity, which is that little icon that you could see right there. If you slot the demon wedge into the right track, as you can see right here, the price goes down, which is exactly how it's going to work in Duet Night Abyss. So this is pretty much what you're going to do to make sure you're able to utilize all of your slots and get very, very strong builds together. Now, as you can see right here, we have one with this little line icon. If we slot this in the wrong spot, as you can see, the price of it now has gone up. It used to be 16, now it's 20. But if we grab that same exact demon wedge and we slot it where it's supposed to go, it will now be a lot cheaper. This, ideally, is how you go about building your characters. You want to make sure you slot the right demon wedges into the right track slots, and you want to make sure you take as much advantage of your tolerance or capacity as you can to get your builds together. The more demon wedges you farm, the more your build gets set up, you're eventually going to end up with a build like this that completely uses all of your tolerance or capacity while simultaneously giving you a very solid build. And this is the whole gist behind demon wedges and how to build and how to set them up with your characters and weapons. Now, I know this is a lot to talk about, and there's going to be a lot of demon wedges, so if you're a little lost as to what demon wedges could be good for you or what they all do, we have the Demon Wedge Casket, also known as a glossary, a compendium, a library of demon wedges, and optimal builds for each of your characters. This is pretty much done by the devs to give you an easier time understanding everything about demon wedges, and for you to be able to look up the demon wedges that you might want to use for your character, and you know exactly what to farm for. So do be sure to check out the Demon Wedge Casket before you even start farming for your demon wedges. Now that you guys know everything there is to know about demon wedges when it comes to the basics of it, how they work, how they function, how you work them on your weapons, how you work them on your characters, it's time to talk about how to go about getting these darn things. There is going to be a lot of ways to get demon wedges. Some might be easier than others, but nonetheless, let's talk about them. There are various ways to acquire demon wedges across Anthlasia. You can forge them at Luminous Smith or exchange for them at the bustling marketplace. But the primary method is completing Nocto manual challenges. Now listen, I know I didn't say the full name of that thing, but I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of hard to pronounce. Nonetheless, these are the main ways you guys are going to be getting your demon wedges. It's going to take some time to learn what demon wedges are best for which characters, and as we progress through the game and we get our grind on, we're going to be doing all kinds of builds here on the channel, so do be sure to tune on in. We will be live every single day with Duet Night Abyss, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask me and join our Discord. We will be grinding it out for this game, but that's going to be it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I helped out. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
The roar of the engines, the frantic cries of retreat. They linger still, as they always have. The Divine Elegy Offensive, celebrated as a glorious victory, is at its core nothing more than a bitter failure. Failure shall not repeat itself. With the 13th Legion at my command, no enemy of Hyperborea shall be left standing. Well done. This has wasted enough of my time. Surrender and be reduced to nothing.
The pests have been dealt with, Miss Flora.